The rule is perhaps in principle to talk to everybody, but then a successful and smart mediator should very quickly find out who are the real stakeholders, who are the actors whom he should by all means have on board, and who are those opportunistic people who try to claim a role that they don't have in the reality of facts.
You should seek to talk to even the most radical, because the question we should ask ourselves is what pushes people to radicalism, what are the factors that lead people to adopt radical and extremist positions on issues.
How much should you talk to really bad people? That's the tough one, because in a conflict you often have very nasty people. And I think you can make a distinction. You can make a distinction between nasty people who nevertheless may be interested in peace and those who are beyond the pale. And I think once you make that distinction, then you know who to talk to. It's not an easy distinction to make, but it's an important one. You don't want to waste your time and give credibility to people who are beyond the pale. But you can't say, I won't talk to the nasty guys if they're a factor in the conflict.
There's this whole theory about talking to terrorists. And, the act of terrorism is very frightening, is a force that we have to defeat. But at the same time, we have to find ways of changing people from using the terrorist model, and to find ways of getting them to address their concerns through other means.
The risk here is that an extremist group will take advantage of the interaction with a third party, with a mediator, to claim legitimacy and to claim representativeness, though there is none of both in many cases. But you have to try it.
All too often we make the mistake of just dealing with 2 or 3 of the main protagonists, political leaders, and they could do a deal, to share power. Let's run away with this thing. But you leave wounds that are unhealed, and you leave cracks in society that with the time just widen.
You should also be talking to the victims, the women, the children, those in the refugee camps, to ensure that the factors and the issues that you are discussing are the issues that really impact on the lives of the people. If you are only dealing with the belligerents, with the fighters, and you are not really focusing on the victims, then you'll be negotiating a peace only among the powerful.
I don't think that excluding in part of even those who hold the guns, because I tend to say, those who have killed so massively, but if you want to silence the gun, you have to bring them. I'm not saying that at the end you will not put justice mechanism, because even if you listen to them, but put in place the system that will address impunity. Because for me, those who have raped, you want to stop the rape, so you need to listen to them. But at the end of the day, bring them to court. Put a system whereby they will be judged.